A spark ignites and starts to burn. Through endless realms, no way to return. From crimson skies to wastelands torn. Myth and legend where stars are born. A million paths collide in the haze. Echoes of heroes lost in the maze. Flames walk in the multiverse. Through chaos and time we immerse. Legends rise and fade like sparks. Across the void we leave our marks.
They added like 3 times the amount of weaponry available in this vault. So they set it up so the tensions would be very high. And then at the same time, there was a parallel cloning project that was going on, focused on, obviously, can you guess the name of the guy it was focused on?
Gary!
Yeah, you got it, buddy. You got it. So each of the Garys was grown in a lab, and there was some kind of defect in them that made Garys immediately hostile to anybody who wasn't a clone. And
Right.
they just kept making them. So they made like 50 some odd Garys to the point where their observation rooms were overcrowded with them. So what happened was, as they go along, they dealt with escalating violence. So somewhere up in the mid 50s, one of the Garys actually injured one of the doctors. So they started talking about destroying the extra clones to make room for further tests, and they basically just obviously treated the Garys as completely disposable. So you've got like, yeah, I know, it's honestly, it's insane. Like, I would say that it's kind of impossible to think about the fact that there would be scientists willing to do this, but there are people who are missing fundamental parts of their humanity.
Whispers crawl through the cracks like spiders in the dark. Secrets slither, shadows dance, they leave a bitter mark. Lies wrapped tight like silk spun thin, choke in the morning air. The truth you chase, it runs away. Hiding where you dare. In the heat of the night, where the fire burns cold, the answers you seek are stories untold, shaped by the light.
Listen. After everybody calms the fuck down.
Is anybody alive coming out of the movie theater? Or just dead people?
Just blood and body parts.
All right, well, I'm going to try to go in again. And if I go back in time, I'm going to shoot the lock a few more times and see if it works.
All right, yeah, throw me a D20.
I've got a 3.
So you go in, and this time the force is more pronounced. It's more pronounced. It flings you back around a minute later. So you can feel the whiplash. It hits your neck, it hits your back. It's like you're almost trying to go through plexiglass. And the people going in, you're in the situation, you're just coming around the front, and people are going in, the door is closing. A minute later, the whole thing happens all over again.
Can I try to run in and get in there before the door closes and just force my way through? Or am I too late?
Yeah, it's too late. So it flings you back the moment that you're coming back around.
All right,
Boom, boom, let the hollow idols fall.
members deserve much better than we know about Tilly Norwood, and we're heavily monitoring the situation. Like, you guys are unfucking believable. You know that. You're supposed to fight on behalf of us. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be representing everybody here. I realize you can't have a crystal ball and you can't think 20 steps ahead. But you're supposed to have that clairvoyancy. You're supposed to think somewhat ahead. That's the whole fucking point. That's the whole point. You're supposed to foresee of problems in the future and try to stop them. That's why you have a collective bargaining agreement. That's why you went back and forth with the studios. That's why it was one of the longest acting strikes in history.
This is the LP shop, doors are open wide, so come on inside. Find a little piece of history and come alive, turn it up, let your story spin. Every scratch, every song pulls you back in. At the LP shop, doors are open wide.
As a kid, learning to play guitar, I used to put the album on, not this album. There's a Fraley's Comet. It's called Live Plus One, and he opens with this song. And I used to learn. I would try and figure it out and play along to the album. I loved this song. And my buddy, who was a drummer, who I still keep in contact with, he learned all the drum parts on this song as well, with that drum solo in the middle.
So I'm guessing you're like a big fan of the song. Tell just let's go into it. What did you like about the song?
Well, I mean, of course, first off, it's guitar driven.
Yeah.
Vocally, Ace doesn't push any barriers.
No.
But he's got a certain execution and a way he enunciates and the way he sings that I've always been attracted to. He's not the greatest singer in the world.
No.
I don't think he ever claimed to be. But there's just something cool.
The cameraman and his crew, paint on my face, just a move. We are Yu-Gi-Oh Club for life, mark it on my skin, that sign from the campfire glow at night to the screen right in your eyes. Original stories, wild and true, you can feel them cut right through, bring that spark straight to you. Every drop, every view, must see TV. Join the tribe, cross the line. Yu-Gi-Oh Club for life. Say the word, you're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. Yu-Gi-Oh Club for life. Raise your hand. That's the sign. That's the sign. Shouting names side by side. When the came-in calls, we rise. Hear that thunder in our cry. From the first beat, we commit. Once you're in, that's it. I'm the banner we lift. Whole world watching this. Must see TV. Join the tribe, cross the line. You're your club for life. Hey. Say the word, you're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. You're your club for life. Hey. Once you're in, I'll get them for life. Call it out, hey. I'll go, never doubt. I'll go, side by side, hey. Beauty club for life. For life. For life. Hey. Must see TV. Join the tribe. Cross the line. Beauty club for life. Hey. Say the word. You're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. Beauty club for life. Hey. Once you're in, you're in for life.
LB, are you ready? Hello?
I'm ready.
All right. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of In Between the Ink. We got a gaggle of people back there. We got a gaggle, I say. Gaggle. We have Mossy. Say hello, Mossy.
A gaggle?
A gaggle. A group. Yeah, a gaggle. We got Crimson. Say hello, Crimson.
Hello.
And we got our brand new in training production assistant, the one, the only, Dorito.
What up?
What up, Dorito? You know, you should bring Doritos every single time.
Yeah, you got it, man. I'll bring it back next time.
Oh, that's your thing. That could be your thing. That could be your thing. Because you're Dorito.
Are we going to have Dorito budget now?
Oh, yes. No Blue Ranch, though. No Blue Ranch.
I have a confession. I don't like Doritos. I don't
Get out.
like cheese flavor.
Yeah.
I like cheese. I just don't like artificial cheese product. Like Kraft singles. I forget that Doritos
You're
are
fired.
cheese flavored, to be honest with you. They just taste like
Yeah, you're fired. You don't like Doritos. Get out of here. No, no, stay here. Anyway, guys, we are taking a look at the last Ronin, and I can't believe we're doing this. We're taking a look at the entire run because the entire run wasn't very, very long. Before we do that, we have to introduce the showrunner to this beast. She is the beautiful, the mystical, the magical, the wonderful, the ever-present and ever-watching and knowing. That's right. She sees you. She sees you. The beautiful and talented LB. How's it going, LB?
It's all right. I feel like that is a gross overestimation of my skills.
Oh, you have skills.
I am not watching you while you sleep. I do not know if you've been good or bad.
Well, I feel like since you're like the mistress of lore, the mistress of.
I do love that
novels.
nickname though. That is fantastic. I'm hanging on to that one for sure.
So let's just kick things off with our first scale up. Why don't you kick this show off?
So like you said, we're doing the whole of it because it's I think it's five series, five volumes, or not volumes, but episodes, basically. And my first check mark on here, which is a positive thing, is that it is emotionally devastating.
Oh yes, it's like it kicks you in the balls or in the feels.
Just oh my god, yeah. Devastating.
Yes,
emotionally devastating, truly, because like, I mean, and I mean that in a lot of different ways, and I'll get into some of that might be spoilers in a little bit, but not right now. But just I thought that the ending itself, I mean, the book in and of itself is the last Ronin, right?
Yeah,
So I thought it did the series justice.
yes,
I thought it, like I didn't think it didn't feel like it was forced. It didn't feel like it was this sort of really pushed thing to try and just finish the series or what have you. But it was a good ending as well, right? Like how everything ended. I thought it was just really well done, and it kicked me right in the feels for sure. Yeah. It's I think I post a little teaser before the show every so often on my Bookstagram, and I think I introduced this one as a gut wrenching with epic battles.
Yeah. It is a spiritual, I feel like it is a spiritual ending to not only the original run of TMNT, but the 1990 films. It just feels like that. Despite the fact that the movies and the books happen in different, like, quote unquote timelines, I do feel that it was a proper ending, homage to be like, all right, this is how it all ends, guys.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it makes sense because, like, I was I like to get these versions that have like lots of little tidbits at the end afterwards by the authors and other people that are involved. And this book, so Peter Laird is also given, or hang on, maybe I'm getting my names wrong. Give me a second here.
Well, Mossy, it can help you. What do you think of the authors, the writer who wrote The Last Ronin?
No. So sorry. No, I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it in my notes. No, because it's attributed to Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, even though Peter Laird technically didn't write this. The two of them, when they first came together for the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, when it kicked off and when everything was like, oh my God, actually, this is amazing, we're making this into a series, they got together and they decided how they wanted the series to end.
Yes.
It's not exactly how they wrote it, of course, because, the series took itself and it developed and there's a whole bunch of stuff. But he is contributed in here as the story conceived by Peter Laird as well as Kevin Eastman. Because it's true to what they talked about back then. And I think that really does come through in the story, right? It's clear that it's true to form and that it's great.
Yeah, it really is. So I agree with you. The third movie, we don't I actually like the third movie. I really did. Turtles in Time. I actually had a good time with, but this could be believable in the sense that you could make some excuse where when they went back in time and went to the future, some stuff happened and we got where we got to. So that's kind of cool. If you wanted to do that, you could. My first scale up is the misdirect on who the last Ronin was. I thought that was brilliant, and I'm like, spoiler alert, everybody. So, all right. So, Crimson, you're a kid, but I'm gonna say spoilers. I don't want to break your heart on this. If you're if you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, the last Ronin turns out to be Michelangelo, which floored me, and I was so fucking crushed. I was like down on the floor, crushed. And when he wanted to do Sudoku to himself, I think that's what it's called, like Samurai Suicide. What? Sudoku?
No, seppuku. Sudoku is a number game.
Okay,
that you can play on next to the crossword.
I don't know. Seppuku.
Maybe he was drawing a number puzzle on his chest.
Yeah. So he was. I done
that.
Yeah. When that.
Sorry.
When he wanted to I love you guys. When he was going to do that in the sewer, it was just soul crushing.
Right?
It was soul crushing. So that's my first scale up. I think the misdirect on who it actually was really, we don't know until what book, we don't know until the end of the book, I believe.
I think.
Or we
no, we know when we actually start to have conversations.
Yeah. But they did a really good job on it, where it's like they don't tell you right away, right? You learn this through organic means, and you're like, wait, it's Michelangelo?
Yeah.
I thought that was so well done, and that's my first skill up.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Like, sorry, I was sort of trying to browse through so I could get you.
Yeah. No problem.
Immediate answer on that. But yeah, I think. So I'm gonna jump off of that, seeing as we're in this sort of spoiler alert area anyway. How they unveiled that the other three brothers were not there.
Yes, that was so
good. So good.
It was
so good. And like I had a tiny little inkling, but I think that's only because I do that thing where I'm like trying to figure out everything and every twist and turn as I'm reading a book, which is very annoying. But like how it was done as well, and like how it could. So okay, we see the speech bubbles of the rest of the three brothers, and it's like they're having conversations, but you just don't see them.
Yes.
On screen, for lack of a better term, but you don't see them until it's already uncovered that, you know what, they're actually dead.
Yeah.
And so then we see their ghosts that he's arguing with. And that was just done really well. And like when it actually came, like when it was unavoidable anymore, and like that scene where he's laying out their masks, and I cried.
Oh, dude, yes.
It was just, it was so good.
It was,
and like,
yeah.
It
was really well done. My second scale up, it's just the art, the cover art on each individual.
Yeah.
It's when Raph, like the issue when Raph, it was televised, but you see the sigh and you see the blood and kind of stuff, and you're like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
Dude. I thought that was really well done. I think that's actually my favorite cover art of the individual books. I really enjoyed the last cover art as well. But the cover art was chef's kiss. It was so good. It was so good. And you know what? They made you wait for Wrath. They didn't give you Wrath right away because that's what happened to Wrath. What happened to him? They started with Leonardo and how Leon. Oh my god, that was so good. And when Wrath came, it was like so soul crushing. It was devastating.
Yeah.
So that's
I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump off that for one. Like, I didn't actually have this in here, but I think the art style for one, gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
But how it changed depending on context.
Yes.
Right? Because we've got the regular storyline going on, which is gorgeous in and of itself.
Yes.
But then you've got these two separate spaces. You've got like what I'll call like the veil of death.
Yes.
Scenes where, Mikey he's slipping away a couple of times.
Yeah.
And that's its own point in and of itself. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But also, like, just the art style of like how that was very typified, and then comparing to how they're telling the story of what happened.
Yes.
And that is sort of like a stone carving almost, I want to say. That was so well done. I thought that was like, I thought it could have been difficult to read, but I think they actually did a good job of making it still readable of what was happening while staying true to this kind of like stone carving-esque imagery going through. I thought that was really smart. I loved that. And it was very clear as well, because I think in stories like this, it can become muddy what storyline we're telling. Okay, am I telling the story of what happened, or is this currently happening, or what's going on here, right? So I think that was a really good way of defining those moments of like, no, this is the current storyline, this is what happened, and this is a different sort of dimension, if you will.
Yes.
I thought that was really, I loved that. I thought that was great.
One of my other scale ups is how they don't like, so the choices that were made were very smart and very well done. As I was taking a look at the last Ronan, going issue by issue, and I said, you know what needs to happen? Well, Mike needs to, at the end, he needs to die.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I would think. I'm like, they need to do that, because if they don't do that, then they're selling this book short, and it wouldn't be as good. But the fact that they just went like in the deep end, you're like, yep, he's gonna die. He's dead.
Yeah. Like absolutely barreled towards it as well. There was like no holds. It happened as it should have, I think.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
Mad Max Fury Road. That's exactly what this this run reminded me of.
I can fully see that.
Road.
And like the very futuristic sort of like top city situation as well. Yeah.
I absolutely, and like, it just, he he got revenge, and he just, it's just so soul shattering, because his student I love we're gonna get to that in a minute. I'm sure you're gonna bring it up, but I love that. I love that they didn't like pussyfoot around anything. They gave him an honorable death. And they're like, no, this is how this book ends. This is how TMNT's storyline concludes, because we've been waiting how long? Like, seriously, fans never get, I feel anymore, a proper resolution to a story that's been playing out for 80, 90 years, 40 years, 50 years. And the fact that we got a satisfying conclusion to the story that started all the way when the original writers wrote that old black and white comic book was just, to me, was amazing. It's chef's kiss. So
yeah,
that's my next tier up. My next scale up.
Yeah, I think, I mean, just to add to your point, I think it is like there was definitely moments in there where I could see, I don't want to say fan service because it's not, but I could see how they understood the fan base and understood everything that happened within the series and put nods to that, right? Like, I mean, you've got, I think there's, now this is purely my memory, which is faulty at the best of times.
Okay.
But, I do believe, there's a scene, like, okay, so Mikey explains this scene, but, how he just like walks off into the mountains after this big old fight and like this explosion and everything happening. That does happen. And 100% there's fans that have just been like, what the fuck? He's a turtle. How is he going to survive in a mountain? What's going on? Right? Like, and how they addressed that in a way that like, it felt like, okay, we hear you guys. Like, yes, you were right. And here is how we're fixing that.
Yes.
Kind of thing. So yeah, I hear that. Okay, I've got two more scale ups.
All right. I got no other scale ups. I have no other scale ups. So
no others. Okay. I'm sure you'll have things to say with this.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess this is sort of one of my previous point is the Veil of Death scenes. How they treated that, again, heartbreaking.
Oh yeah.
But such a full circle moment, right? Like we come back to them being teenagers in the hideout. You know, they did such a good job of depicting this grown adult mutant ninja warrior, you know? So I think it's not what you would expect either. Cause I think there's a lot of like, you know, don't go into the light, like the sort of light at the end of the tunnel situation. But to then take that and be like, yes, it's, you know, buttery, sunshiny, and it's the best of times kind of thing. You get to be reunited with your brothers. Just, it sunk in my, like I could feel it in the pit of my stomach when I was reading those. It's just done so well. Yeah, it's funny because like understanding that aspect of it also sort of made you really feel for Mikey still being alive. If
he's the younger brother. He is the younger brother, yes.
Yeah. And it's just like, I love that. That was a big scale up for me. And I have one other scale up.
All right.
Which is, and you might not agree with me here, but the comic book science that happens in this is kind of plausible.
I agree. Yeah.
It is, you know, it's still comic book science 100%.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's still fucking ridiculous.
Right? But how they kind of explained a little bit on, you know, how Casey Marie is overpowered and how she is like, she's a teenager, but she is kind of leading this gang of revolutionaries. Like, why is that? Oh, because she's got super strength and stuff, and it's from the mutant energy, and the mutant energy rubbed off on Casey and April because they were hanging around the turtles so much, right? Like,
right.
Sure, that definitely wouldn't actually work out. However, we also definitely don't have gigantic mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
So, you gotta suspend your disbelief a little bit for comic book.
It does I mean, hey, the way that they explained that, like, yeah, I could see that. Okay.
Yeah. Part of me was just like, oh, come on. But then another part of me was like, no, you know what? I feel like if we didn't have anything, if her daughter was just like a regular schmegular girl growing up, yes, who had been training because of this whole stuff or whatever, it would feel a little lackluster. It would feel a little bit like, okay, well, where is that piece of magic that, Casey and April were holding? And it kind of does lend itself to explaining how Casey kept up with the Ninja Turtles. It sort of does a little bit of back explaining there. So I thought that was a good scale up. It's not a big point of mine. It is my last point, but I thought that was a good way to come about explaining things like that.
That's fair. I only have one scale down.
Okay, I have two.
Okay. So actually, I have one or two. No, well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what you say, and then we'll jump.
Okay.
So
I'm curious.
My first scale down, my only scale down. The villain. Keep it simple. Who the villain is? Keep it very fucking simple. It opened with Shredder. It should have ended with Shredder. Oroku Saki. That should have been the main villain. That should have been the main point. Keep everything else, and all you have to do is keep Shredder. Like, he survived for whatever, like magic comic book reasons. He's still there. Hamato Yoshi. I mean, what was his name? Hamato Yoshi or no, Oroku Saki?
Hamato Yoshi.
Yeah. Keep it Hamato Yoshi. Keep it that guy, right? He is the villain. He's the big bad. It started with him. He killed his brothers. Killed Shredder. And now it comes down to Michelangelo and him at the end. Keep it simple. You've done such a great job. There's no reason to say, "Oh, it's his son, and he's a blah 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 and blah 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 blah, and his mother is blah 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 blah, and his dad is blah blah blah, and now he has all these super blah 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 blah, and now he has a tower of blah 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 blah." Listen, no. Listen. No, stop. It began with Hamato Yoshi. It ends with Hamato Yoshi. So that's my first scale down. That's it. It was too overly complicated, I felt. And it's much simpler. Like, the book does such a great job everywhere else that for me it should have been that should have been the main storyline thread going across these books.
I hear that. There was definitely sort of like a weird moment in there where it's like, oh, like his mom, he's been preserving his mom for ages, and then he kills his mom, and then for why? And then because he loves her and he's doing everything for her, and then he hates her, which, like, retrospect, like, saying that out loud, I'm like, yeah, serial killers be like that though. But it was kind of, I hear what you're saying.
There was no like his son. It's like, I don't care about his son. Like, you've done such a good job with the book. Why are you introducing his son into the picture. Like, I don't care about this guy whatsoever. You've not given me a reason. Like, his son, okay, cool. So he's going to kill the son of the man. Like, no.
Yeah.
Stop.
I hear you.
Stop. So yeah, that's
Okay.
my scale down.
Okay. I've got two scale downs here.
All right.
The first one, I mean, they're both kind of aesthetic choices, I guess.
Yeah.
But so the first one, first off, let me say, I do appreciate the teenage girl gets a sensei montage, whole thing. We love it. We love girl power. We're here for it. Does she have to be in a skin tight unitard?
Yeah. No.
You know? Because there were several different angles where I was like, this is the other meaning of fan service.
Yeah.
And I understand that the original comics were from the 80s.
Yeah.
And we're still drawing with that sort of style.
Yeah.
But this is a 16-year-old girl that we're depicting.
Yes.
And it doesn't feel great.
No,
you know, so that was one scale down I had.
So I'm gonna be like now. I'm gonna do shame on the authors. Shame. I didn't stay on a page for more time than I would like. I didn't do that because that's wrong. LB, that is wrong. Shame
I'm not
on
going to
them.
follow that up.
That is wrong. You hear me, Mossy? That's wrong. Crimson, you shouldn't think like that either. That's wrong. Dorito, that is wrong too. We don't do that. We celebrate women. We don't ogle them.
Look.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, we
in the
don't,
background. Of course.
We don't.
It's just for me. It's like, it's this whole thing in comic books, right? Like, we've got superheroes in skin tight clad clothing, and there's a whole genre of different comics that we will not be covering.
No. So I'm gonna. So LB, look. I'll get you the guys to page your software. I mean, no.
Look, this is the thing. No, I get it. I understand it's nice to look at. Trust me. It's the fact that it's supposed to be a teenage girl that I was like, why is this necessary? Can she not have some gym shorts, please?
I 100% agree. It was too much. It was too much.
But anyway, I digress. My other aesthetic choice that I have a downgrade for is, where is his shell?
Yeah.
He's a turtle. He's not a lizard.
Yeah. Well, I think.
What?
Didn't like an old cartoon like Franklin? He does take off his shell. Like, can turtles just like take off their shell?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. So hilarious connection there.
Well, I don't know the anatomy of a turtle.
It's like connected to their.
Franklin is the fifth brother. He just didn't really get into ninjas too much, so like he kind of was into friendship and shit.
Well, excuse me, Mossy. I'm not a fucking scientist or a biologist.
I'm not expecting you to be.
So turtle shells are actually part of their skeleton.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering that too. Like, where?
But yeah, where was the shell? Where the fuck did it go?
Like, I would love to get. Is there an explanation, Mossy? Can you find an explanation?
I don't think so.
Well, we'll get Crimson, Dorito, or Dorito. That's your first task. Go and or Mossy could do it. Oh, sorry, Dorito. You're still.
Why did he lose his shell? I mean, I think maybe there might have been something to do with like,
yeah.
Hang on. I'm
Now I'm
here's
curious.
the thing. Maybe I'm completely fabricating this because no.
I found a result here.
Okay.
It says he has it, but it's still it's heavily scarred and cracked and
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just being stupid. Cool.
Okay.
He has a shell. This is fine. You know, do you know why? It's because there's like a image of him in bed.
Yeah.
And he just looks like sort of Hulk's ugly cousin.
Yes. Yes.
But as I'm flicking through this again, the shell is there.
Yeah.
The shell is there. So, okay, my bad. Never mind. He has a shell. My point is completely moot. I have only one negative to say about it.
All right.
Okay.
Now it's time to average the scale up or down. And for you, LB, where does this go from 0 to 100?
Ooh, okay. Now I've got to think about like what we've done previously, and like balance things out. Because I'd say this is pretty high up there.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
But it's not like there's definitely some issue, like like you mentioned with the family story as well, like being simplistic.
Yeah.
There's also like as a comic, in terms of like impact and all that sort of stuff. It is still like the story is still fighting. We've got some emotional damage happening, some more fighting, some more emotional damage. Like
right.
I think I'm gonna put it. I want to say it's an. I'm gonna say 85.
Oh, so
it feels low.
Yeah. But I mean, sometimes it doesn't need to be perfect.
No. See, this is the thing, because I kind of want to put it in the 90s.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a like a 90 out of 100 comic,
I agree with you. So I'm going to put my scale up. It's going to go up and down 0 to 100, and it's going to land in the 88 territory.
Yeah, that feels right.
Yeah. I absolutely love this, and I recommend you all go check it out. That is our time today. No one go anywhere. LB, you don't go anywhere. You don't go anywhere because we have to talk about the next episode. So, guys, we will see you on Thursday. Take care. Be safe. Be well. I love all you guys for all your support that you've shown me in these last 7 days. I really do. It means the world to me. It really does. And that's one of the reasons why I end off the show. Take care, be safe, be well. And I love you guys because I do. I love all our viewers. And the love they've shown me, it really means a lot to me. So until we see each other again, my friends, like I said, take care, be safe, be well. We'll see you on Thursday. And a club for life. Peace.